Hello everybody and welcome, my name is Ursa and today I have a combination I wish to show you. Combination involving one of my favourite leaders of the game, Ada Lovelace, who sometimes gets a little bit confused by the greater community. People think, oh, Ada Lovelace is a fantastic scientific leader because she says scientific here and gains science per age in all cities when she completes a civic mastery, but it's not entirely simple. Ada is a scientific leader, but she's also a cultural leader. After all, you need the culture to get the science, you need the science to get the culture. So the build is a little complicated, but I think I've got a good one for you to replicate at home. My build involves altar set giving culture from specialists, and the Analects, which does the same thing with science. Science and culture combining to create something not quite as good as either of them separately. In today's run, I'm going to be showing off the Abbasids, a civilization that gained a little bit of interest in my channel recently when I did a tier list video, and I had a lot of people saying, Ursa, Abbasid's the best civ in the game. It is good. I won't lie, it's a very good choice, especially for Ada. Deity, standard speed, Pangea plus. Let's have some fun. What's that? You want to have fun at the same time? You want to play along with me? Turn 1 save file is in Discord. Plug, plug, plug. At any rate, get yourselves comfortable and let's dive in to turn 1, which is the rare and forbidden Abbasid Tundra Star. Yes, the Abbasid civilization, famously known for their Tundra Star. Oh dear. Civ never change. Abbasid is an empire all about science, with unique great people that spawn from a quarter that gives science to specialists, and a unique science building as well as a happiness building with some culture. This is a fantastic civ for Ada Lovelace. What we need to do is get as many civic masteries as quickly as possible. We gain 2 science per age, which in the exploration age is 4 science per city for every civic mastery we have. Now currently we only have 46 science, so +4 represents about 8%. Every time we get a city, of course, that increases, which is lovely. In an advanced start, you have 7 points and you can simply choose whatever you like. So what do we want to do? I don't mind spending a little bit of time at the beginning of the game manually researching my civic and tech choices. The only reason I would not want to do that is if I had a religion I wanted to hit from turn 1, which is tempting. But the other thing I can do, of course, is just load in as many towns and cities as possible, which is equally quite a fun thing. Armies, if you're going for an early game rush, these can be handy. Not for me today. How much gold do we start with? 1,200. Wow. So gaining extra gold isn't that useful, and 3 population in my capital is pretty cool. It means I can throw down some specialists from turn 1. You know what? Actually, that's not a bad thing. Let's do that. Let's actually throw in the specialists from the early stages. So we're going to go for 2 capital upgrades, which is the max we can go for, a city and 3 towns. Normally I would go for 1 more town, but I liked this. I'm just going to try running this for a bit. There is a continent split. The yellow continent is the continent I kind of want to stick on if I want to have all of my settlements connected, which I sort of do because there's no reason not to. We can settle right up here. This is going to be a very stringy little empire. I like it. Clay is good, but gold is really good. Sugar gives me a lot of extra food. Science and production is really good as well. Culture and influence. All of these resources are amazing. Okay, I want my city to have a little bit of space. So I'm going to put my city at the top of the navigable river. That will then have as much space as we can give it. Then for the towns, these need to have access to the water where possible. Let's claim this second source of tea. Unlocking Japan. Lovely. Also have a fishing key there. Lovely. Plunk one on the navigable river there. We don't have much more space. I think 10% gold when in a celebration is too difficult to pass up. So let's claim just at the bottom of this. We've unlocked Russia and Prussia and Qing. Everyone. Nice. This is my beautiful little setup for now. Pangea Plus maps do have treasure. I sort of want to keep an eye out for where that treasure is. So I will send my cogs out and go and explore. It looks like off the right side of the map is where we're going to go. Attributes. Well, we have 1 cultural attribute and 1 scientific attribute. So we'll just pop those in. Then 3 wildcard points. I'm actually going to lean into Ada's abilities here. We want civic masteries. We want culture. So we're going to go for culture towards civic masteries to unlock the extra science. Then we're going to go for culture for resources, giving me a tiny little bit extra. And then culture from specialists just to drive this up even more. One thing to remember, I receive 30 gold for each rural population of a city when I create a specialist. specialist. Currently, my capital has 9 rural population, so I believe I get 270 gold every time I put a specialist down. Now, these are well worth putting down. As you can see, I'm going to focus on putting them in quarters at the moment with ageless buildings, because then adjacencies do wake up immediately. Although, thinking about it, I could probably create some pretty decent districts. Science and culture, that's what we're looking for, and we do have some options. That has to be a culture tile. That is a good science tile. This is a good science tile. So one of my population is actually going to go onto this tile, because then I get an extra urban specialist when I improve over it, and for now it gives me more gold and a little bit of production for the city as it grows. So that's nice. Just saving that population for the tile later. And I do want to put the culture buildings down as soon as possible. So maybe we just work that? Oh, it doesn't really matter, does it? 300 gold. Look at that. Then 300 gold, 300 gold, 300 gold, and 300 gold. There we go. The happiness of this city is negligible now, but the yields have climbed. We'll start by working on a stone cutter. Stone cutters are brilliant because they normally come with a whole bunch of production. Let's get the observatory for a bit of extra science. Temple might not be a bad place to start, but the Abbasid abilities are incredible. 50% production towards constructing buildings and cities with at least 8 urban population would be very nice. All buildings receive science adjacency with the city hall and palace. Yeah, nice. Sales and trade is good. I mean, a lot of these abilities are very good. Okay, we start with piety. Let's get the religion and go from there. And we have the Greek abilities. Very nice. Let's befriend some independence and get some endeavors going. The beginning of the game, I think my commander is just going to wait in my capital, and we're going to give ourselves 5% yields in a settlement. Yeah, let's go down leadership. I rarely do that. Bit of gold will now be spent just moving population around in my towns, making sure we have a plentiful supply of food. And also expanding my borders a little bit as well. Would like everything to grow, and to help that, the granary will be helpful. Now, do I want to get some settlers? It's tempting. I could push right up to my settlement limit immediately. I'm going to wait 1 turn before we do that, because the map reveal will kick in now, and we can work out what else is going on. We have Trader Mongolia Xerxes on my right, which is slightly worrying, but Himiko Hawaii, who likes to do, yeah, she's going to be a good ally, so this is really friendly. Then Spanish Isabella, Norman Machiavelli, and Bulgarian Caesar. Augustus, I should say. Wrong game. Oh my lord, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4 thirds all together. Oh my lord. If they don't settle that, I will. Just saying now. Oh man, that would be such a forward settle. It's so tempting. Looks like Isabella picked up the Great Barrier Reef, by the way. Oh yeah, I was wondering why her yields were so high, but that would explain it. We do want to find the treasure as soon as possible. I do want to start trading with people. I might let him settle this, and then we can work on getting treasure. Is there much else that's worth settling in this area? It depends if I can have access to the water. Maybe a couple of settlements over here. Or do we just try and live with what's here and then we settle elsewhere? Like, I might do that, you know. Let's start by settling over on this little island chain. That counts as my continent. And we'll head out to sea. We'll see what we can find. I like this. This is a slightly different playstyle than I would normally take. And I'm all for that. Let's go theocracy, just for that hit of culture. And Himiko, I would love you to be my super friend. So can we do a cultural exchange? She supports it. She's going to support everything. That is a great thing. So I'm hoping that Xerxes settles all of these, and then I can send a trader and become best friends that way. That is the hope. To speed up exploration a little bit more, here is a second cog. To see with you both. Spend gold to make gold. I'm going to spend a little bit now to buy an 11 gold bazaar. Now this in the city center wouldn't be bad. It would be 4 adjacency. There is also a 4 adjacency tile there. I think I'd rather complete the city center and get all 11 of that gold per turn. Oh yeah, that is lovely. And I'm going to buy a bazaar in Salty Tech, my second city as well. Can immediately slap down a specialist. How much rural population do I have in this city? 8. That would be 240 gold. Oh, that is tempting. Question is, do I want the production or do I want the resource? I think I want the yields at the moment, but we'll keep that in mind. Until I increase my food per turn, what I might do with my towns is pop them onto a focus, just to give me a little bit more influence at the beginning of the game, and then forcing specialist production in my cities. I need the influence as much as possible. That's doubled it per turn, means we can do a lot more cool stuff. But now the food is also coming into our cities. We can try and focus on getting some specialists. Research, collaboration. Stonecutter, done. 2 turns until I can put the science building down. So let's pick up at least 1 Mamluk. These are weak, but rapidly improvable units. Lower combat strength by like -10 than regular cavalry units, but +1 strength for every urban population. That's easy to do. You know, urban population is something that we can really build on. My 6th settlement, it all counts as being linked up. Let's immediately get those fish in. Also drop the fishing key. Hope that this settlement grows nice and quick. Treasure Islands, off we go. Let's try and find them. Going from this far south, it's a little dangerous because we're gonna have to do a couple more tiles, but maybe we will find something quickly. I don't know, we'll see. What am I seeing in the stars? Am I creative, pragmatic, and unforgettable? I mean, that just sounds like I'm talking about me. Yeah, sure. Let's go for that. Observatory, now done. Now let's get cartography so that my settlers can go into distant lands whenever they're ready. Yep, get these observatories down as soon as possible. There's the replaceable tile as I spotted it before. Oh, whenever you see a -20 on the rough seas, that is rough. You know that Cogs not coming back anytime soon. We've unlocked the temple. Now we unlock the merchant, and then we'll dip into the Abbasid abilities. Come on, find something. No, don't just wander the seas forever. Gonna throw a little bit of influence towards some city-states now. We don't need many to be friends. Just a few would help. I think this cog may be dead. Yep, there's nothing here. That is an unfortunate spawning of islands, although I have a feeling the island barrier is probably here, which means that from where I had on this Pangea map, it might be impossible to find treasure. Yeah, no, we're not going to find any treasure today. This might change my plan. This might mean we more aggressively settle around my original cities. I don't know. We'll play around. Okay, time to pop the temple down now. Here we are. Let's put you next to this mountain and make ourselves a religion. So what will I put in my religion? Well, distant land cities are going to be really tough. What I think I'll do, seeing as city-states have been taken already, is go for capitals. There are no wonders there was no antiquity. Yes. Let's go for capitals. Then we'll take culture, because the more culture I have, the better. Culture really, really is the thing that I need to push in this game. Ooh, have 10 specialists for a scientist point. I've already got 7 of them. Nice. Isabella wants to denounce me. Sure. Augustus wants to denounce me. Okay. Xerxes is going to denounce me. Okay. Oh, the AI. Sometimes. You tell me that Civ doesn't have a player bias on the AI. I mean, I don't know. To me, it kind of feels like it does from time to time. You know, just small things like that. Well, this cog died to the south. This one's still going, but this is going to die as well. Yeah, I think we're probably going to settle closer to home. I don't know about you. I just get that sense. So let's start making some settlers instead of cogs. This place is a really good place. Seeing as Xerxes has already decided to denounce me, I'm tempted just to settle. Yeah, go on, man. Fine. If you're not going to be able to trade with me, I'm just going to take all of these beautiful, beautiful furs. They're all out of range of you. I just mean I need to keep a fairly large army, but we can do that. Tech Masteries give me a boost to culture. Each beast is currently worth about 60. Really not that big. Still, it's kind of worth it. So we're going to take the mastery for cartography, food, and fishing boats. I also want civic masteries because they are currently worth 8 science per turn each. First one we're going to go for is Molar, I think. 2 happiness on resources and settlements of a temple. Let's unlock the madrasa. We'll head from there. Nope, still haven't found anything. This boat is going to die. That was 2 very, very rubbish attempts at doing any sort of exploring there. Never mind. Oh, Machiavelli is denouncing me as well, so that's 4 denouncements coming in. Lovely stuff. Lovely. You love to see it. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. The war was declared from Xerxes. Literally just decided to declare war like that. Okay, well, that's not very pleasant. Kind of destroys that idea of maybe settling near him, so we'll retreat for a second. But I will put another settlement by my capital just as, well, a buffer. I think a buffer is the best way I could describe this. We have to settle on that tile to make sure it's part of this continent. I want people to attack something that isn't my capital before they get to my capital. Let's make some Mamluks. And we'll think about making a defensive formation somewhere as well. Goodbye, Mr. Cog. Goodbye. That's the second one dead. Settlement number 7. Usual stuff. Let's make sure you're expanding nicely. Oh, more gold. Oh, that gold rush is very handy. Yeah, here we go. Pearls. Grab them, please. Cartography done. That gives me some culture. I think we have to unlock the better Mamluks as quickly as we can. So machinery time. I don't have the luxury of choosing what I do here. I don't want to spend spend all my influence on this, but we'll give ourselves a nice +4 just to stop Xerxes from being able to roll me over too quickly. And yeah, they're going for Matthew Wilkinson. I used Flood. It was super effective. Nice. Her fortifications in this space there. Matthew Wilkinson's defenses are being attacked, which is unfortunate, but I think we're holding the line elsewhere for now. Just wait, I don't think Xerxes is attacking me with anywhere near his full strength. Nowhere near. So the maritime law might help. Let's get a few more boats. If I control the seas, nobody can get to me in any direction. Here's a Kashig. Rather, you didn't attack me, but my Mamluks have arrived. They have +12 combat strength in my capital. Go away, Mr. Kashig. I don't want to have to fight you, so please just retreat. Oh no! Don't move the Mamluk outside of your borders. It doesn't work very well. Why is Hamiko now denouncing me? We have nothing but a positive relationship. No, reject. I refuse. We're staying friends whether you like it or not. Not having it. Not having it. Okay, sales and trade. Now that's what we need to do. It gains us 8 science per turn as well as all of that additional income. Hamiko's really not going to like me doing this. Do we try and get the alliance first? You know, I think I do. She'll support that. We're going to get the alliance and then I'm going to settle. I'm just going to wait a few turns. Otherwise, we'll be in a situation where we can't do anything. Let's build a madrasa. It's expensive, but it's very good. And if we finish the unique quarter, we continue a quest. Oh, you know I'm a sucker for a quest. Okay, the Mamluk is holding the line nicely. The Kashigs are more annoying because they can attack without taking any counter-attack damage. Not such a fan of this one, and the Noyan has arrived to do some damage up in the north. I do have another archer on the way, but I'm tempted to say Enrico might be needed elsewhere. Castles for dungeons and crossbows that will help the defenses. City-state bonus. I kind of want all the scientific bonuses, but I'm tempted to gain a tech. So we shall. 3 tech, that is machinery, mastery, giving me some culture. Hold, Dan Cave. Hold. I have a feeling it might fall, so we need to send some reinforcements. The Cogs. The Cogs will be on the way soon. The Cogs can sit in the lake and do some really good damage. Skirmishing's good. Sales and trade. So I need as many resources in my cities as possible to gain the benefits of this. That's brilliant. Actually, we can befriend independent. Let's do that once before the end of this card. There we go. 1, 2, like that. Now we can make the switch. Huzzah! Loads more science. That is all the extra science from the city as well. Speaking of round city, let's now unlock this. Production towards buildings and cities with at least 8 urban population is easy to do. Oh, the navigable river just flooded and it did so much damage. It's 40 damage in Finicman and 292 damage in Salty Tack. Ouch. I don't have that sort of gold. I guess I get a bunch of happiness from it, which is good, and some gold. Okay, so I actually got my gold back there. That's fine. Hurts all the same. Territorial claims. This will give me another tech. Feudalism is amazing, but even the extra gold helps amazingly. And then there's a scientific point. Let's go for tech masteries. So all resources now need to be piled directly into the cities in order to get more science and gold, but that's good. We've got 177 of this now. With my remaining gold, let's purchase a merchant or maybe even 2. Xerxes is the one I would have loved to have traded with, but I don't think that's going to happen. Oh my goodness, an actual island. It's so far away from me. There's no way we're claiming this. More gold. 270 gold every time I put a specialist down is very nice indeed. And the Cogs are now controlling the bay between our cities. That will help to defend very nicely indeed. More gold from celebrations. I think that's where we want to go, isn't it? Let's try it. Castles. Just focusing on everything that gives food at the moment, I think. Yeah, feudalism mastery will be lovely. Dan Cave is looking more and more defended, which is great. All of these embarked troops are taking a lot of damage. My Mamluks are holding. Matthew Wilkinson's looking a little more dangerous. And there is now a Spanish army lining up on my border. That is not something I like at all. Let's form an alliance. Yeah, there we go. She tried to denounce me, and I was like, no, don't do that. Don't do that at all. Now I can settle. There's nothing she can do. Give myself the furs. Let that city grow nicely indeed. Oh my lord, actual treasure. We found actual treasure. Maybe it is possible on this map. It's not. Hint. Big hint. It's not. It says our alliance is weakening, but again, ignore that. It's actually not, because we've got nice traders coming in. Improved trade relations. There you go. Look, she's come around now. Everyone else on the map might have declared on me, or at least has denounced me, but Hamiko Himiko eventually, she realizes that she wants to be friends with me. And I understand, and I accept that. And I'm improving trade relations with her. Just all of my trade routes are going to go in that direction because I don't believe any of the others will survive. It's 4 routes with her. I think that should be plenty. My cogs can, so they basically just say, go away now. I'm bored. I'm bored of you being here. Matthew Wilkinson's defenses are still holding. More population, all in the form of fish. Do we go for education first or shipbuilding? I think education's the way to go via heraldry. The reason I want heraldry is because I'm using swordsmen and Mamluks, and if they have +5 combat strength, it gives me a sufficiently larger amount of time to try and survive. In the meantime, we are working on things like dungeons for a bit of production. Oh, everyone knows that I really do need a little bit of extra production. I also use a 3rd city. Gold. Gold is what I need. Oh, there are your troops. Oh, this navigable river is going to help me here. Trade route. Look at these resources. Science and culture. Extra gold, extra food. In fact, I'm going to put the fish resources in my towns, move the production resources to my cities. Excellent. Round city. That'll make the building so much quicker. We're going to go for the next mastery, City of Peace. If only I actually was in peace. I think my empire's trying to be dismantled into pieces at the moment. The assault on Matthew Wilkinson will never end, but luckily my archers are strong. They attacked the city defenses. No! Oh wait, it's fine. Now I can shoot their Noyen. Oh, you just bounced off my unit and it heals immediately. That's unfortunate for you. No more naval units. City of Peace. 224 science. We're not quite in the lead, but we are holding the lead. And there's another cultural point. Culture for every alliance I have. Hopefully Himiko won't want to break my alliance. She might do. You never know. But I hope not. Now, Al-Jabir. That is a good chunk of culture needed for that one. So let's rush it through. Every time I see a specialist, yes. In you go. Give me the gold. That gives me a scientific point. Science for resources. Just build on something we're already doing, I think. Resource game is strong. Extra culture from celebration. Pop back in the naval units card. That'll disappear in a bit. Then we go for the mosque. Complete the Ulmir. You know, Matthew Wilkinson has done well holding out here. I think I'm going to celebrate and reward this settlement by converting it into being my 3rd city. Here we go. So that gives me another 2 bunches of science. That's another 8 science per turn. And we now have the option to just flood this settlement with some really good resources just to pick the production up. Start with the dungeon. Production equals production. Jade, that's more gold. You see, this city up the top actually does have a large amount of gold. 61 per turn now. Lovely stuff. 3 combat strength infantry units. That's a welcome improvement. Then we'll go towards education. Peace. Peace is restored. Hopefully we can get some trade up. That might help. But we actually managed to defend ourselves in that war, which is lovely. Now, Isabella will declare on us soon, I believe. Even Machiavelli to the north might actually declare. So we're going to need to swing the armies around. The archers join in with Magnificent Enrico and head to Salty Tech. I just feel like this is going to be the next flashpoint. More culture and happiness on happiness buildings. Lovely. Big chunk of science. And we now have the Alamer. So this gives +1 science on specialists. I don't think we're actually going to have a bit of a problem here hitting the beautiful enlightenment because we've got so many stacking abilities hitting specialist numbers. I need to work on culture a little bit. We need to generate some relics that involves converting enemy capitals, which is fine. It's just 1 missionary per capital. I just haven't made any of them yet. So let's start to. Let's make the effort to build a few. And you know what? Shipbuilding. Then I can send a settler over to the treasure island and go and explore what's over in this direction. More gold from Himiko. Amazing. 15% bonus science in cities with 8 urban population. We have that in plenty and 4 science in towns. There we go. Look at all of these science abilities. 313 per turn. Cultural point or scientific point. And that's an interesting choice. Culture, we're now on the repeatable. Science, we would gain the extra science for the alliance. So right now it's got to be the science point. Look at this. Bam. As long as Himiko stays on side, we have the big numbers. Get this mastery. The House of Wisdom is an amazing wonder. Certainly help me to get some relics. Is Spain or Machiavelli going to attack me? I think they will, but it's really difficult to say when. None of my empire follows my own religion. That's hilarious. Doesn't matter. We don't need it. Off you go. Spread religion to other people. 17 happiness temple. Oh my lord, it is. Not even joking. Okay, yeah, let's move the pop around a bit. Specialists right now are worth 4 science, 5 culture base. Excellent. We can work with that amount. Carracks, shipyards, treasure. Off you go, Mr. Settler. Go and find these 2 pieces of treasure as my scout tries to find some more. Now for guilds into education. House of Wisdom has been finished before we even unlocked it. Of course it has. Why would I think otherwise? Oh, I hoped I'd be able to build my own wonder this game, but no, not to be. Never mind. 12 more science per turn from this mastery. Look, there's the House of Wisdom. Oh, wouldn't that be amazing if I could build it? No? No building? No building. Let's improve my religion. Now I'm beginning to spread it. And if a shipyard is going to give me production, I'm going to take it. I finally have some relics. Oh my goodness. That took a while. That took a while, but here we go. The amount of trade routes that Himiko has sent my way is just beautiful. I approve of this fully. Education now being boosted. Our science number is just insane, up to almost 400. Remember, everyone here, all of the AI is gaining a 80% yield bonus by being on Deity, and I'm still outperforming them, and I've only got 8 settlements. That is the absolute outrageous combination of Ada and Abbasid. It's mad how powerful this is. Sometimes, you just get a synergy between a leader and a civ that just works. And you have to say, okay, I'll take it. Very nice indeed. And I'm still getting resources as well. Matthew Wilkinson's just gaining a couple of delicious rural tiles first. Then we go from that. 20% production towards constructing temples is handy. Culture buildings get extra culture. Now that's the sort of thing that would be really handy. It would give me 0 at the moment. It's just because I haven't built any culture buildings. I will soon. 1 missionary headed over to Himiko. 1 has gone over to Xerxes. This Xerxes missionary will now head over to Preslav. The new one head to Ruin. They're just sort of click and forget units, really. Oh, you're on fire. Stockholm is on fire. You know what? I'm going to actually make a couple of religious sites. No, I'm not. Hub towns first on my own continent. As I go out, then I'll make religious sites because I could use some more relic spots, seeing as my actual place got taken, which is slightly annoying, but that's fine. Additional belief. Let's add that quickly. I mean, most of these have been taken, but we can have 1 extra charge or 1 extra relic slots in temples. I think that's probably going to be the handy one. So let's go Sanctum. There we go. More spaces in my cities now. And evangelism means my missionaries now move about and have more charges. Excellent. Oh my goodness. How many trade routes do you want to send me? I wish there was a way I could check how many she'd actually sent to me. I bet it's quite a few. Now, more masteries. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more on this tree. Every single one of those is worth 12 science per turn. We want to claim as many as we can. We also want to get our culture up. So the kiln is now going to start to be produced. This is a culture building. It gains adjacencies, but don't forget, I have 3 city-states, which means each one is worth an extra 3 culture. Plus 1 specialist limit on cities. So we need to get to 40. 40 on a single tile. A couple are now getting pretty close. We won't need too many more of these upgrades to hit that point. In fact, mastery here gives me an extra relic, but also plus 1 science and science buildings. I don't mind if I do. Treasure. There's a city-state here, but it is treasure. Nice. Assuming this is Stockholm. Why hasn't Spain declared war on me yet? My army is tiny. Her army is massive. More trade routes with me, apparently. Yeah, the fact that she hasn't declared on me just yet is worrying. I can't tell you why it's worrying particularly. It just sort of is. I wish I knew why. 12 science on a university. It is, but that would be a bad tile to pop it on. 3 adjacency on this one. 3 adjacency on this one. Yeah, go for the adjacency now because the specialists can always get added later. More relics. It's me up to 5. Nice. More relics because of education. We lost our scout exploring this island, but look, 2 more treasure. It's all fur as well. So again, the gold potential is ridiculous. I'm going to unlock architecture to get the extra culture building to try and improve my culture number up a bit. We can get the madrasa and the mosque in Matthew Wilkinson to improve this city even further. Now you've finished converting this capital off to Madrid, off to the next one. Again, just sort of move and forget. Siam unlocked. So easy to do. Just build temples. If you don't unlock Siam in the exploration age, you're kind of doing something wrong because you do kind of want to put temples down in all playthroughs. 25% production towards universities or temples or 2 gold on science and culture buildings. That's going to give me so much extra gold. Yeah, I'll take it. Nice. Again, moving more specialists around. Find the tiles. That's a 40 yield tile. Beautiful. Beautiful. Our Tomb of Askir was built the same turn I unlocked it. Never mind, that's fine. Not a single wonder this game. Not so far anyway. We'll keep working on it. I think we can improve this. Let's just buy a wharf in Matthew Wilkinson because I need the space for more resource capacity. Look at this. Yeah, that gives us more science and more gold. And settlement number 9, my thirst on distant lands with 2 treasure. I shall treasure this settlement. You know what? I'm actually going to just pop this there with a saw pit so that I can put the fishing key on the other side. It'll just take a couple of turns off the amount of time the treasure will take to get back to my lands. Okay, now we save up for another settler and we head down to try and settle on Barbarian Island. How hard could it be? The answer to that is very, very hard. 2 production in all settlements if I have 5 points in the Enlightenment path. That's quite a steep thing to get for a quest, but that is the entire legacy path. It's like, oh, if you want this thing, complete the legacy path. Okay, you say so, but that seems like quite a lot. I'm sure it'll be fine. How hard could it be? Oh, look at this fight. Hamiko is warring with somebody right now. With Xerxes. Oh, it was this old war and you're just fighting through my lands. I think I'm going to support my ally because I can. Yay! Architecture. Let's get those pavilions built. Urban planning, +1 specialist limit in all cities. That basically completes Enlightenment. And Preslav is converted, which means I have 8 relics now. More tiles with the yields. Boom. That's a lot of conquistadors. What are they doing there in Madrid? Just hanging out? Just chilling? I think so. Not gonna second guess you at all. I'm just gonna think it's slightly weird. Anyway, we've got enough relics. I just need to get the temples to actually put them down, which isn't gonna progress the age because Bulgaria already did it. That is such an outrageously large army. Yes, Simcoe, continue attacking. It very much keeps everybody distracted on things that I am not doing, which makes no sense. Just keep doing it, okay? It's good. That's another Olmea done. Amazing. The cities are coming along and growing stronger every turn. So much treasure on this island. It's just a very unfortunately placed city-state that's stopping me from getting to a lot of that. Maybe we can convert it. That could be something to do. Treasure directly north, though. Amazing. Claim as much of it as we can. Do we want a little bit of science for all our buildings? Or do we want a lot of science because it's a multiplicative thing? Yeah, that. Oh, yeah. We've even got a trade route now to Xerxes. Bit of extra gold never hurt anyone. Colonialism. El Escorial. Needs putting down as quickly as possible, please. Now to get authority mastery, then we're going to go for society mastery. Well, you know, we haven't actually had any of our unique people. Let's try and get a couple of those. They might have some fun abilities. Oh, my lord, a treasure fleet. That's going to take you a while to get home. So again, just click and forget. It's like click and collect, but a lot less good for filling your house up with things. If anything, it does the opposite. Metallurgy, that's a good production building there. Lovely. And that's a nice wonder. 6 turns. See if I can build it. It'll be the only and also first wonder that we've built this entire age. Isabella has treasure. No, the AI is doing it. Can't believe she would pick up a treasure without me. Oh well, we found some more of our own. So fishing key goes down. Might as well also put down a granary just to claim all of this I can. And huzzah, more treasure. And also more gold when I'm in a celebration, which is even better. So there is Stockholm. Is it being converted? No. I better throw some stuff in. Bit of influence, take that down to 10 turns. That should be fine. Trained for Elm within 15 turns to continue the quest. I can do that. Yeah, we can do that. We can do that very nicely. We've even got the first one here. What do you do? Activate on a science building, receive a 3 random unlocked technology. Oh my goodness, I'm going to save you because we're almost at future tech already. I'm just going to use you for future tech. Yeah, why not? Armorer. Some masteries now. Each one of those will give me a significant boost to culture. That will help us to push through the tree. Military city-state. Ooh, let's befriend you as well. So it's worth keeping an eye on this. I don't have really a single town or city that's likely to get into trouble if I go over the settlement limit. So I could go over if I wanted to. As soon as I start the celebration, I think I might do that. Now, shipbuilding 2, inspiration. We're boosting. We are boosting. I actually think it makes more sense to go for science right now and boost that because it gives me a huge culture boost. There's metal casting. So we just need 1, 2, 3, and then I will start using my great people to boost further. Lovely. Enlightenment finished. The legacy path is done. And there is 2 production in all settlements. What do you do? Activated another civilization. Receive 50 gold for every resource this settlement has. Well, I know one of these. That's an amazing pickup for me. Oh, I had 2 turns left on El Escorial. Ah, it was just finished. That's really annoying. I could get Forbidden City instead, I guess. Oh, that's annoying. That was settlement limit I could have really used. Never mind. We'll go to society. And rather than trade wins or even science in towns, we're going to go for the extra culture so I can push through these trees a bit faster. Okay, well, I'm not waiting them. Sorry. It's just happening. Welcome, Zoof. Help yourself to a fishing key, maybe even a granary, maybe even a temple, as well as a brickyard, a saw pit, and a missionary. The bourgeoisie. Oh, wow. You very rarely see this crisis. Mercantile crisis. What does this one do? Tax on relics, tax on military units, on towns, or on specialists. No, military units is easy. That's fine. We don't mind that at all. Well, we got Forbidden City. So if I do want to put fortification buildings in a settlement, at least they get more yields. Not that I don't think I really do. That's the big caveat with that one, but never mind. Actually, I lie. The walls are useful. Oh, Treasure Fleet is back. Yay, 2 points. Oh, wow. We're so going to get to the end of this by the end of the age. He says totally with no sarcasm whatsoever. 2 trees finished. Maybe we can finish non-sufficient orbis as well. Metal casting. Production on production buildings is always nice. Create an observatory in the city. The observatory has 2 extra science. I've not built an observatory in Matthew Wilkinson yet. You know what? I haven't. Oh, off you go. Well, isn't that exciting? That's actually a useful building. Extra gold. Oh, please stop converting my distant land settlements. It's highly annoying. I prefer it if we didn't do that. There's metal casting. So, just gunpowder and future tech. I will save my 3 tech until then. Here's my 3 observatory. We'll put a specialist on it immediately. Mastery. More settlement limit. More culture for my celebration. Get an additional social policy slot. That's useful. More science, I guess. Load up the yields. We've picked up 6 treasure resources in total. I just think the age is going a little bit too quickly for us to really do that. You know what? I should have waited. I should have waited on that 3 tech. Never mind. But oh well, we can get future tech now for 3 anyway. Every time we get a city-state from this point onwards, it just gives us a 3 tech, which is brilliant. Oh, we better get this in as quickly as we can. Science on specialists, anybody? Don't mind if I do. Look at these tiles. Yeah, they're pretty good. 8.5 science, 5.5 culture. Delicious. And there's another city-state. I will grab you. Thank you so much. There's the settlement limit. People of the desert has just given me another scientific point. Repeatable time. Can't believe we're at repeatables already. Specialists get 3 culture. We're in the celebration. I like that. Let's head down social class as quick as we can. The new elite. Uh-oh. Things are getting increasingly expensive. Only 8 influence penalty? Yeah, that's really not that bad. I'll just take 300 culture there. It all boosts me. In the direction I wish to go. Oh, settler got attacked, but it survived. Just good considering I'm trying to close out the age here. Please stop converting my settlements. This is so annoying. I'm trying to get my maximum points. If you convert them, it makes it significantly harder. Ally at war. Oh no. Himiko, who have you declared war on? Xerxes. Oh, okay. All right, I'll join in. I don't mind. Don't think he's really got too much. Oh, he actually has 950 strength. Okay. Maybe he has a bit more than I think. Let's just upgrade whatever units are on the front line here. Oh, I have a lot of treasure just floating around in the middle of the sea as well. Maybe that's not a good thing. Well, before we get killed by barbarians, here is the settlement. Remember, we are very happy right now. I'm not too worried about having this settlement killed. We should be fine. Plus, we now have a source of horse. I like being rich with gold. Have a problem? Buy a bombard. That'll solve all of your problems for you. Ooh, that's a double attack. We are actually going to make friends with this city-state. Okay, if we wait 2 turns, we can settle it without being killed. Fine. Hold and treasure and treasure. Oh, there's a carrack here ready to kill me. Oh, I knew I had to be careful. Right, we have a galleon. My galleon's more powerful. Did I mention also that we've got 23 urban population now? My Mamluks are like a wall. No one's getting through those. Another milestone. Keep it going. 8 points. This is going to take us to 10 points because I can settle and convert in the same turn. Create a hospital. Hospital receives 2 food. But we had a hospital in in this city, did we not? Yeah, we do. Why is it saying I can use it here? Weird. Okay, there is no hospital in this settlement, so we'll head over here. I think sometimes the tooltips get a little confused with these. All right, you're gonna have to leave me now. My ships are not as powerful. Oh, the deity bonus is so harsh. It's like, oh, you've got a more upgraded unit? No, you don't. Oh, that's a fleet. That's a fleet. All right, fine. We'll just hold for a sec. Private selection, Genoa Salami is under a bit of trouble. We should get there though. I think we'll be fine. We just need to hold, you know, the usual. Oh, there's even an army commander here. Slightly concerning. We don't like that. Well, we'll fight as much as we can. What do you do? Must be an empty specialist slot, but you just gain extra specialists. Cool. Oh, I like that. We're just making our great people in every city we have. I'm really enjoying them. Some great abilities here. And this takes us really far above our settlement limit now. We don't want to go any further up, but bam. Religion, 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 not religion. Oh, you slipped through right at the last minute. That's so annoying. Just let me get my 12 points, please. Thank you. So that's future tech, which pushes the era forward, gives me another point. I'll just take the science point, and we have 3 turns until that city-state flips, 4 turns until this one flips. I don't want to wait that long. 3 turns, good. Social class just helps with the settlement cap problem just a little bit, and there's the 12 points, which is age over. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, I should have waited 2 turns. Yeah, you know what? Hang on. You didn't see anything. Look away. Avert your eyes, sweet audience. Whoa, how did we get here? Whoa, into the fire. We want -10 happiness in all settlements and distant lands, -10 happiness in all towns, -10 happiness in all cities. Ooh, I've got less cities and they're all much happier. So let's be a monarchy. Yay, we're a constitutional monarchy now. Long live the monarchy. More gold. That's a great ability for me at the moment. I am making quite a bit of gold. -2 settlement limit. I don't think so. No. That sounds awful. Yeah. So you know what? Just hold here a second. Don't do anything. Whoa! Isabella just stole this from me on the last turn. That is so annoying. She must have used a great person. You know what? Fine, fair enough. Oh, my treasure fleets are being killed as well. You know what? Put me out of my misery. This city-state will give me future tech for free. That's all we need to really worry about. Naval unit power is also really good. More science. Well, with that, we have all the points we need, so I will activate the missionaries, get the 12 points, and that's the age over. Can't believe she stole that from me on the last turn. What is this? Nonsense. That's what it is. Absolute nonsense. The treasure, so close, yet so far. Oh, it's been stolen, unfortunately. Oh no. Leave my treasure alone. You know, maybe it's better that the age comes to the end there. Still, 1,209 science without really leaning into city-states too hard. And a completed tree on 3 of the legacy pathways puts me firmly in control of that age. I'm not saying that Ada and Abbasid are the strongest combination, but certainly they're pretty good. Hey, let me know in the comments, have you got any other fun leader and civilization combos, especially the ones that are ahistorical? I want to hear your best combinations. Who knows? Maybe I'll feature a video on them. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. I'll see you on next video. Goodbye. And finally, a very special shout out goes to Glorious Petra, Clibben Ferdas, Poppy Dude, The Nickerman, Matthew Wilkinson, Paul Coffey, Toon General, Capoyobi Virani, The Uncivil Engineer, Radiatore, Debo91, Mushkin Mandletort, Dan Jamo, Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Skeptical Bear, Cinnamon Beard, Private Selection, Genoa Salami, Callum Billy, Garrett Gowan, El Truant, Creston, RB Hedged, Burial, I'm Daft, Gooberman, Dr. Bobby, Mixomatosis, NTG Golfman, Indigenous 68, Teddy's Ursa, Barnaby Rex, Charlie Bears, Nate the Great, Alex Frost, Mean Penguin, Interplanet Janet, Frankincense Battlezord, Geography Teacher, Juvara, Morax, Sinikush, Echo Bear, Kovawoo, Legally Trash, Sorted Dutch, Rad Bickley, Shadow of Gaia, Bob Tway, Abstract Fun, Slither Alley, JB Genius, Arctic Fox, Eggshark, Bookaluk79. Thank you everyone for your support. Goodbye!